Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the Divine Now, and I'm so excited to be with you this morning. I'd like to share a quick story. Yesterday, my family got together on their monthly Zoom call, something that came out of the whole COVID experience. We weren't able to gather together for holidays and other occasions. The Zoom call was our monthly get together, our monthly connect. And I'm not really a fan of Zoom. I think I'm going to have to adapt to that at some point because it has become a normal way to communicate now. But my family was on this Zoom call, and our nephew was offered a question. His birthday is coming up, and my he was asked this question. He says the question was, "What do you want for your birthday?" And his response was, "I want." Now get this. I want my family to be happy. Then he says, no, I want my family to be happy, and I want everyone outside my family to be happy. That was his birthday request. Such a very simple, some would argue childlike request that everybody would be happy. His thinking wasn't upon himself and acquiring things and stuff. He, even as a young child, he recognizes the need and the ache and the cry for happiness. He wants everyone to be happy. It's interesting how what life can be sometimes. Sometimes difficult situations can come into our lives, and then something beautiful comes out of it. We've had this long season with COVID, and people have lost their lives, people have lost jobs. It's been a very, very difficult year, and yet, along with that difficult year, is that we see people starting new businesses. We see people adapting to this difficulty. We see people, at least I saw people exercising in the park more because we couldn't go out to public places and spaces. So people were doing things for themselves, sort of changing their lives, making it work, making new things happen in the midst of difficulty. Life is often like that. Life has a way of allowing pain to come into our story, but yet if we allow it to, it also produces something very beautiful. That is the yin and the yang of life. There's this amazing dance between life and death and dark and light and up and down, and there's this transaction that takes place. And I believe this, that no matter what the pain might be, pain always comes with a gift ready to offer. There's always something we can learn and gain from the difficulty. That doesn't make it easy, that doesn't make it fun, that doesn't necessarily make it desirable, but it is a reality. Something beautiful comes out of it. So these Zoom calls have continued where the family is connecting, and this beautiful moment, this beautiful expression of love for the world comes out of the voice of a 7-year-old child. May everyone be happy everywhere. It's actually an ancient Sanskrit prayer. May everybody everywhere be happy and free, and may my words and actions and choices lend to the happiness of others. He actually echoed an ancient prayer of hope for the world. It's interesting that in the New Testament it says that the young ones, the children, shall lead the way, will be a guide. We can learn so much from the innocent, precious voices and hearts of children. We can learn so much. What if we really, as a people, took on that prayer, that thought, that request, instead of acquiring things and stuff? Not that there's anything wrong with things and stuff, but what if beyond that we begin to have a heart to see that the rest of the world at large was happy? What if we decided to find a way, to forge a way so that people are happy? We come together instead of being groups against groups, and instead of the infighting and the political unrest, instead of having to wave Black Lives Matter flags or Blue Lives Matter flags, and instead of having to take a side, what if we all sided with love? What if we all decided that all of us want to be happy, all of us want to be free, and what if we all decided, like a 7-year-old child, may my actions, may my heart be connected to the happiness of others? What if we had a childlike vision to change the world, to reshape the world, to repackage the world with the colors of love? What if that was our collective conscious dream and desire? What if we took the words of Jesus very seriously when he says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you? What if we really, it's such a simple calling, but a difficult calling, because it means I have to push myself aside and connect with someone else in a way in which I've never experienced before. In essence, we're saying that the other person is me in disguise. They are me and I am them. And I get to love them accordingly. I get to love them as if they were me. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. What if we lived in such a profound way? What if that calling began to awaken all of us to a higher place of being? What if we began to recognize our own unique connectedness to other people around the world, in our families, in our communities? What if we allowed our language to soften a little bit? What if we allowed the difficulties of life to crack us open so that love can find its way in, and then love that's already inside of us can find its way out? What if that was our mission? Love, happiness, peace, joy, forgiveness, grace. Not just for me and mine, but for the whole world. Can you imagine that? Just a thought. Hope this brief divine moment blessed you today. But as you go out into the world, consider being kind. Kindness is contagious. It is. We know that scientifically, when we perform an act of kindness or witness an act of kindness, those good neurotransmitters in our brain begins to release throughout our body, and we have an overall well-being. When we are practicing kindness, and when we see an act of kindness performed, and when someone is given an act of kindness, there's a well-being, a sense of peace. The oxytocin in our brain, that love molecule, is released. Serotonin and dopamine and all those chemicals that give us good feeling and good emotion is released through our bodies when we are connected to kindness. I want to encourage you to be kind today to the person in the Walmart checkout person, the person that cut you off while you were driving down the road. Instead of cursing them, send them a blessing of peace and well-being. Whatever the situation might be an act of love, be a force of supernatural grace. Bless you today, and peace.